right, I hope y'all ready for this one. We dropping it. 300 in the building. What's up, everybody? This is Jay Watts with the Mic Drop Barbecue with another legal live stream. I got my serious gear on, and you might not take me serious, but it's okay. I even got the V-neck. Last guy told me V-necks are for females. That was actually a polo shirt. I just didn't have it buttoned up. This is a V-neck, so I guess I'm a female. Get your money, baby. If you are new to the channel, I've got about 3 other videos you should probably watch to catch up with us. This is kind of like a little series we're working on now ever since Finny and Bubbly were killed on June the 8th in Las Vegas in front of Bellagio. Now, we all know Manny won't talk right now because he doesn't have an attorney. He needs 2 weeks to make sure he can afford to get his own personal attorney. He doesn't want a public defender. He's already waived his 15-day, hearing. He doesn't want a hearing, so he waived it. That gives him 15 days to find his own attorney. If he doesn't find his own attorney, he may either represent himself or be assigned a public defender, but they're not going to let this case drag on forever like he wants to. He's trying to come up with a reason for why he shot these 2 people in front of Bellagio, and so far self-defense he knows is not going to hold water. Now, we've already made a video about his wife, Julie, and how I feel she may be implicated in some of this. Whether the DA decides to go after her or not for it, that's all on him. The prosecutor may say, you know what, I think I want to actually get the wife involved. I think I want to charge her with something too. That's all on them. We're just going over all of the potential possibilities of what legal can be done. I also got subscribers, his followers. This video is about them because I believe they may be implicated based on the RICO Act of 1970, and I'll explain why. To get started on the potential of whether or not RICO charges could even apply, we first have to find out, well, what is RICO and what are the confines of it? Crimes that are covered by the RICO Act. A violation of RICO occurs when a person in connection with an enterprise engages in a pattern of racketeering activity. Racketeering activities include arson, bribery, counterfeiting, distribution of a controlled substance, embezzlement, extortion, gambling, homicide, kidnapping, mail fraud, money laundering, robbery, wire fraud, witness tampering. Let me read to you something briefly about the Nevada revised statutes regarding the RICO Act. I'm going to read it to you and then I'll interject with what I think, how it applies to the situation we're dealing with now. Well, it may or may not apply. Let's say that it may or may not apply. It's based on the DA and the prosecutors and whether or not they feel RICO even applies here, because it may not, but I got a funny feeling it might. RICO was created to combat organized crime and racketeering, which involves a pattern of illegal activities aimed at commercial profit. The key elements of RICO: racketeering activity. This refers to a pattern of criminal acts listed in the law, such as extortion, bribery, drug trafficking, money laundering, and more. Pattern of racketeering is to constitute a pattern. There must be at least 2 racketeering acts within a 10-year period. Enterprise. This refers to the criminal organization itself, which could be a formal or informal group or even legitimate business used for illegal purpose. Relationship. The law specifies how individuals must be connected to the enterprise, such as investment proceeds, acquiring control, or conducting affairs through racketeering activity. The prosecutors and the DAs right now, they got a lot on their plate, especially with this happening in Las Vegas. They got a lot on their plate, and we'll cover about why I think in Las Vegas this is a really bad place for something like this to happen, especially on the Strip. But as far as them wanting to make a statement and use this whole case as a statement that you don't come in Nevada with an organization, whether formal or informal, and commit crimes on their streets to the point of you committing murder, this can be that statement case. This could be that case. They can make a huge case in Nevada right now. It'll hit international airwaves about how they're stopping organized crimes from having 2 people brutally murdered, cold blood, right on the Strip. Let's see what they do with this case, though. Now, when talking about RICO, you have to talk about certain things such as wire fraud, bribery, or extortion. Extortion is a big one in this case. That's when you use threats or force to obtain something of value. In order for RICO to even start going down a path of coming after you, all you got to do is like a couple of those crimes. That's it. They don't even have to be related. If they find you doing gambling activity with these people over here that's illegal, doing whatever, then you're doing extortion to these people over here, then you're doing bribery with those people over there, then you did money laundering with these people over here. I mean, they don't even have to be related. All they got to find out is that you're doing 2 or more of those crimes. And if you are, you could fall under the provision of RICO. And if that provision of RICO leads to something even major, that's when the substantive charges come after that. Tell you, this can get pretty deep. This can get pretty deep. These prosecutors and DAs, they got their hands tied right now. But as soon as Manny gets an attorney, they gonna let loose. The power of RICO lies in this conspiracy provision based on an enterprise rationale that allows tying together apparently unrelated crimes with a common objective and to a prosecutable pattern of racketeering. In addition, RICO provides for severe penalties and permits a defendant to be convicted and separately punished for both the underlying crimes that constitute the pattern of racketeering activity and for a substantive violation of RICO. So as you can see, you could be an informal group. And if anybody in that informal group has conducted any activities that RICO says a violation of racketeering acts, guess what? This whole group can be ran down. Now, I don't know about Sin City, the whole Sin City family and how they do things on the strip and how they claim they control areas and you can't come to their area and you can't be a Sin City family member unless you go through, certain people. It's all control. So they are informally connected. They've got subscribers who actually invest money into the group. They got followers who invest money into the group. They've got people giving directives and orders of what they want to see done and what should happen. It happens on all their live streams. All of these things are recorded on their live streams. So they can't say, no, we don't give them money. No, we don't pay them money and say to do things. No, we don't. It's all in the live streams. The prosecutors and the DAs just got to look at it and they can say, you know what? We might have a racketeering case. Even if they don't, just stacking the charges and making sure something sticks to ensure justice for Finny and Bubbly, they may do it. Who knows? There are a lot of people who are followers on that channel, subscribers on that channel, who are informally linked to that group that don't even realize you are probably part of a RICO violating organization and you think, oh, I'm just on YouTube. Don't make a difference. It doesn't say it has to be digital or it has to be online. No, it doesn't make a difference where you are. It just says an informally associated group. That's it. You guys don't have to be formally. You don't even have to be a business. The fact that you guys are there controlling content on Fremont Street, trying to control on the strip, trying to say, oh, well, if you come to Vegas, you got to check in with me. Y'all got to call me. Nobody let me know. Nobody ran it through me. That right there lets you know this was an organization. They called themselves Sin City Family. Anybody who had that tag on their name had to have approval to have that tag on their name. Finny had the tag on his name, and what happened? They got upset. He's stealing our name, man. We Sin City Family, we're the organization. We're the informally organized group. If you don't go through us, you can't use our tag. This is what RICO looks for. It looks for situations like this, especially when it comes down to the point where somebody just committed double murder, cold blood, in the middle of one of the most renowned cities in the world, in front of one of the most epic buildings, the Bellagio. You don't think this puts a stain on the security efforts of Las Vegas? This don't put the stain on the prosecution and the law enforcement on Vegas? This puts a stain on them. How can this happen? This informally organized group called Sin City Family, who thinks they run the strip and content in Fremont, right under your nose, end up killing 2 people in cold blood right there on the spot. How did this happen? You may be thinking, as usual, what we do, we think, what was of value that would cause them to be considered racketeering? They have to have something of value in there. Well, to them, the value was not only their YouTube channels, but their views, which were funded by AdSense, also Cash App and Venmo. They had a lot of super chats coming through. But the value was also the fact that they had this little circle they called. And you could either come to their circle or not come to their circle. They would force you out because it was financials involved in that. Nobody wanted to be recorded unless there was funding involved. That's where the value came in. If they allowed you to record them for free and there was no problem because they were just a part of the public and, hey, we just hanging out here, it's cool if you run the camera by us. But when you're shoving people's hand out of the way of their cameras coming because they're not paying you, shoving their hand because they don't like you, there's something of value in there. They're saying you don't have a right to record me without my permission because we hold something of value with our digital presence. You cannot put us on your live stream unless you pay us. You cannot put us on your live stream because we control it. There's threats of violence involved if you try to record us on your content. This is a whole gamut of criteria that they were killing. They were just killing this criteria. When you read the RICO Act and you read how Sin City family claimed that they were operating on the strip and on Fremont Street, oh, we the king of this. You got to run it through us. We'll strong arm your content. You know what? The DA and the prosecutor, they can easily take a look at this. And whatever attorneys all of these people got, whether you're a subscriber or you involved in Sin City family, period, your attorney has to answer to all of these charges. You guys videotaped and recorded everything. Because of those videotapes and live streams, they can pull out anything that fits the criteria of all the legal things we're talking about, including conspiracy. Key elements of a conspiracy charge. Agreement. There must be an agreement between two or more people to commit a crime. This agreement can be explicit or implicit and can be inferred from actions and conduct. Therefore, it doesn't have to be specifically stated. Overt act. One or more of the conspirators must take an overt act in furtherance of the agreement. This act doesn't necessarily have to be illegal, but it must demonstrate a step towards carrying out the agreed upon plan. Whether that be driving around looking for somebody or going to obtain a firearm. Specific crime. The conspiracy must involve an agreement to commit a specific criminal offense, either a felony or misdemeanor. So if the misdemeanor is to just go out and stalk somebody or to harass somebody, that could still be constituted as part of the conspiracy. Now, I wanted to make sure I included conspiracy on this because people think conspiracy is people are whispering each other in the dark closet somewhere. No, conspiracy can simply be you making through your actions, through you paying for somebody, supporting somebody to do something. It could be spoken or nonverbal. So a lot of people were thinking conspiracy is you got like walkie-talkies and everybody's on the phone back. No, that could happen in a conspiracy, but it don't necessarily have to happen like that. The fact that people were contacting Manny, telling him where Finny was. Hey, he's doing a live stream. Hey, he's in Vegas. Hey, he's taunting you, man. He's taunting you. He's here in your city. He's in your city. Part of the racketeering. He's in your city. You control this, man. You're the informal group controlling Vegas right now. He's in your city. This is where he is. Go get him. There are so many layers to this story that people have to peel back. And as they're peeling it back, they're going to see more co-conspirators. People who were on live streams, comments, all of this is on YouTube servers. You may not see Manny's channel, but I guarantee there's content there on that server. You just can't see it. YouTube is probably like, here's all the content. Scrub it. Go through it. See what you got to see. And they've got internet detectives right now probably going through every video. Oh, look at this name. Look at this guy's name right here.
I see you, motherfucker.
This guy, he's saying exactly where Finny's located. What's his username? Blah, blah, blah. Came from IP address. This is his actual real name according to YouTube log. Okay, we need to speak to him. So there may be a lot of YouTube subscribers and followers who participated in all of this who may be getting a phone call. You might be getting a visit from prosecution, the DA, the sheriff, the FBI. No telling. But y'all think because it's quiet right now, because there's 2 weeks before he gets an attorney, so it's quiet, there's nothing happening. Oh, there's a lot happening. This is the calm. The current is underwater. You don't see a current. There's the undercurrent going. That's the undertow. You don't even see it. But the moment it grabs you and pulls you in, you ain't getting out. There's a lot of videos out there, a lot of content out there with your name on it. A lot of things you said on those live streams. There's a lot of things you conspired to make sure him and Finny had a physical interaction. Man, he's saying this about you, man. You should do this and do that because he's saying this about you, man. He's bullying you. What you gonna do to the bully, man? What you gonna go do to the bully? He's bullying you. What you gonna do? He's in your city, man. He's bullying you. He's taunting you. What you gonna do? All of that is inciting and conspiracy. To incite something, all you need to do is push someone to do an action. Whether or not they do the action, it don't matter. If I incite someone to commit a murder, let's say I go give somebody $100 and say, hey, man, I'm going to give you this $100. I need you to go over there and beat that dude's ass. And he goes, man, I ain't doing that shit. Keep your money. I'm still inciting violence. I'm trying to give him $100 to go beat somebody up. If he took the 100 and went to the police and said, hey, man, he gave me $100 to beat this dude up. And I say, well, it's not a crime because you didn't beat him up. No, inciting is you tried to influence me to go commit a crime. Whether or not I do the crime, you still incited. It don't make a difference whether or not I did it. You incited it. If you go out and you seek somebody, hey, man, I'm going to need you to go over there and steal this car for me. Go steal this car. You're inciting somebody to go steal a car for you. You give them $200. They go to the police. Hey, he gave me $200. He tried to make me go steal that car over here. I got all the tools right here to steal it, but I decided I didn't want to do it. Thank you for coming. We'll investigate. They go pick him up on inciting a crime. Now he's conspiring. He's a conspirator to incite a crime. I'm telling you, this has a lot of layers to it. And there's a lot of people that think, oh, well, it was bullying. And when it's bullying, the bully gets what the bully gets. Oh, trust me, this is a whole lot deeper than that. You're just on the shallow part. We're the undercurrent. We know what's pulling people into this. I like to say thank you to all the new people on this channel who are coming along, who never saw me before, but you're finding me because of this news story. I appreciate you guys watching my content, sharing my content, giving your input. I mean, this is a pretty hard situation to watch. It is, because two people were brutally murdered in cold blood on the Las Vegas Strip. I don't think any of us would want that of anybody we know. There's weird people out there who think this is what I would want for them. But they're weird. You got to understand, some people are weird. Now, I don't kick them off my channel because they have a voice. If they want to come on my content and say what they think, knock yourself out. Just don't be threatening, harassing, subscribers saying you're going to chase them down and catch them and beat them up. Just don't do that. And you can say whatever you want to say over here. I don't care. I'm not that content creator that's going to kick you out just because you don't agree with me. A lot of us don't agree with each other. It's called disagreement. That's how conversation happens. Two people disagree and we start talking back and forth. Now, when you start threatening people, that's when you get into the realm of where we got to probably report you to YouTube and they can go start tracking your little comments down and seeing who you really are if you're a part of some kind of racketeering organization. I don't know. We don't know you. You don't really know most of us either.
I see you, motherfucker!
But I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for supporting the content. It shows me that not only do you appreciate my presentation, but you appreciate the channel, the input, the research I'm doing, the legal consequences that may or may not happen, the players involved. Thank you so much. To my people who normally watch my rideshare stuff, I will get back to it. But like I said, if Contractors Corner, those two videos don't hit 1,000. One of them got to hit 1,000. If they don't hit 1,000, I won't be doing another Contractors video because I don't beat a dead horse. If this is the type of content people support, interactive, conversation, legal debate, let's have it. This is the kind of content I make. I am a content creator. This is what we do. All right, I hope y'all ready for this one. We dropping it. 300 in the building, with 4 in the air, if that's how you're feeling. My wheel stays spinning, deal stays winning. I need me a grill so I can stay grinning. Cheese like cheddar, but better. I'm trading my truck for a 4-door Beretta and make that mozzarella with my ladies and my fellas. Ginger meals, aviator, Hendon Roxy got that Jetta with the double ski racks and the hum on her hat. She be coming round the mountain, woo, you ready for that? Get in the back, tell her where you about to be at. I guarantee with the speed, giving up the contact in 4 feet, stomping like y'all be the Flintstones. I'm going back, hotter than a fire brimstone. Statue racks, Ronnie about to give me a shirt, cause even he know the 300 putting in work. I'm gone.